Mannix said something last week about Kevin Durant could end up in Oklahoma City. All right, Ronnie, go ahead, finish up with Chris Mannix here. So explain this Kevin Durant situation that, okay, is Kevin Durant with Golden State after next season?
I'm going to say no because, look, 3 years in, this is very difficult to concentrate. $80 million, 3 championships, blank slate at 30 years old, do whatever he wants. Now, you mock the Oklahoma City stuff, but he's not going to L.A. because a guy with 3 championships wants to compete with LeBron for championships, not, help him win more. And he's not going to Washington because he never wanted to play in Washington. Oh, this is just sad.
Oh, that looks...
No going back now.
I'm feeling I got to tell you, I'm feeling a certain way here. Like
little Full Metal Jacket.
My power of opinion is losing. I'm starting to dislike Ricky Rubio.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so KD won't go back home to D.C.
No, he didn't even take a meeting with them a couple of years back.
And he's not going to go to the Lakers because he doesn't want to help LeBron add to his legacy.
Yes. So if he's going to leave Golden State, where do you look? New York?
He doesn't seem like he could handle New York.
I'm just saying there's a lot of salary cap gymnastics that go into, like, figuring out a way back to Oklahoma City. But for a guy that's as sensitive as we know he is, doesn't that solve all the problems? Like, he goes back to Oklahoma City, nobody is criticizing him anymore.
Well, it's like LeBron going back to Cleveland from Miami.
I mean, KD's not from there, doesn't have the same allegiance, of course, but I just think it's, look, I'm not saying he's going there definitely, but I think they'll be in the mix next summer.
Mannix did say that he thinks Kevin Durant is one and done in Golden State. So he got one more year in Golden State. And I thought, it felt like when LeBron went to the Lakers, he was like, hey, I love it. This is great. But if I'm Kevin Durant, do I want to help LeBron's legacy by playing with LeBron James with the Lakers? And Mannix, that's where Mannix dropped the bombshell. And he said, no. He goes, look, trust me, I've got some inside information here. KD is done in Golden State after this year. He's not going to go to the Lakers. He doesn't want to help LeBron. And he doesn't see him going to Washington, D.C. He doesn't want to play at home. Didn't even take a meeting with the Wizards when he was doing his Hamptons 5. And he thinks that Oklahoma City, where he could now curry favor, just like LeBron did. But LeBron was going back to his hometown. So he got criticized for taking his talents to South Beach. And then he goes back to Cleveland. Now all of a sudden you're not criticizing him. Then he wins a championship. And I guess what Mannix is saying is, if you're looking for a scenario here with Kevin Durant, you win one more title, and now what do? Now maybe you go back to Oklahoma City and pay it forward. Make good on that and bring a championship there. Because nobody's going to be criticizing Kevin Durant if he leaves Golden State from the standpoint of he'll help the NBA. Now, you'll get people criticizing him like, how could you leave Golden State? But I think Kevin Durant, as sensitive as he is, this Twitter back and forth bothers him. It affects him. And everybody wants to be liked. Very few guys go, I'm the villain and I embrace the villain. I don't care what you think. Kevin Durant, it feels like this really bothers him. Therefore, he doesn't see him going to... I would not want to help LeBron's legacy because the more championships LeBron wins, the more distance he has or the distance he keeps from LeBron and Kevin Durant. Although Kevin is not going to be viewed, he'll never be viewed as being better than LeBron James. But he inches up the list when you have championships there. But if he would go to Oklahoma City, I don't know. I'd be curious what Paul George and Russell Westbrook Jr. III would feel if KD came back to town. But that's a long way down the road. We love talking about next year in the NBA. Not this year. This year should be interesting with the Lakers, but other than that, you're going, okay, Golden State wins another one. All right, let's talk about if KD leaves. In fact, I would be surprised if that's not the topic today with what Mannix said, that you have people, certainly L.A.-based, who will go, could you see a situation where KD, or, the Bay Area with Kevin Durant? But I do see that. I feel like this is his last year there. Yes, McLovin.
You sometimes criticize for the look-ahead mock drafts. I mean, you're more than a year ahead already.
Well, no, Mannix said it. And that's why I thought, okay, because I do think Kevin is done after this year.
Yeah, you were putting the bet out to us, and I did not want any part of that bet.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
If you had to pick, is it 50-50? Do you have an odds of?
I have no idea. Mannix has inside information. I don't. I'm just looking at this just from the surface to say, I think Kevin Durant will win one more, and then he'll be done with that. And then he's going to want to do something different, which is fine if that's what he wants to do. Then he can save the NBA. He ruined the NBA, and then he saved the NBA. Maybe he could be Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Year for saving the NBA by leaving Golden State.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.